And this is Stock Shots. Now, please remember, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you my opinion based on things that have happened in the past. So always look to your left. The charts will tell you what may happen. And of course, do your own due diligence, aka your research. I'm just giving you my opinion based on support, resistance, supply, demand, and some other indicators that may be on the screen. So, with that being said, enjoy. And here's another episode of Stock Shots. All right, welcome back to another episode of Stock Shots. On this episode, we're going to be doing the same thing we've been doing the last couple of weeks, which is going over the TSP funds. Of course, we're going to be starting with the SPX, that is the C fund. So as you see, last week we were talking about this area right here. We had a very good pull up and a bullish momentum, but now for this week on this candle, first let's make it a little bit bigger for you guys. We're seeing that we're not moving up as much as we had previously. Our bullish momentum may have started to die out, but also I want you to understand this. We are also looking at, there we go, that's better for you. We're looking at smaller volume. So as we have gone up, this first one, really good volume. As we went further forward in the next 3 weeks, we have lower volume. So when we get lower volume at the top of a range, that may mean we're getting ready for a pullback. So we came back into our trend line, and we did that on the rejection from this support right here. So at 41.23, we got a lot of rejection. We got back into the trend. So right now we're at the same level we were back here on July 24th of 2023. So we're back here again. We got to see if we can either break that or if we're going to go and reject down for another test of this trend line. So right now, if you're in the C fund real heavy, get ready for, let's see, either a nice little pull up or you might start getting some sideways action right here. That may mean consolidation for another pull up or another test of this trend line. So wait and see right here. So we're going to make sure that we're not doing anything too heavy right here. We're going to wait a little bit. You may have a nice little pull up, I would say probably to about the high of this candle. So that probably will be about 46.15. After that, that's when you really want to question if you're going to have a continuation or if you're going to have a pullback. So that was the C fund, SPX. Now we're going to go with the S fund, and that's going to be the Dow Jones Industrial, and that's going to be the ticker that, it doesn't make any sense that this is the ticker, but this is what it is. So here we are. We talked about this last time. Now, if you notice, you have bullish momentum. We want to continue to the top end. We also have something else. So this is going to take us into another lesson, actually. So we noticed that we did exactly what we said last week. We said we're in a bullish momentum. We saw that from this candle and this candle. So this one, not a lot of upward movement, but it's still going to most likely take us to the top of the range here. So if you notice, there's a box here. This box actually indicates there's a gap. So a gap is going to be in the daily time frame, meaning it's a space where there was no trading for that particular area. We're going to talk more about gaps in our lessons. But at this moment, it seems as though we are in a good uptrend, a nice bullish uptrend. We had this rejection from the bottom of our range, which we have already tested multiple times going back, as you can see here and here. And if we have anything to guide us, it is the past. So last time we were going in a bullish trend, we got right here to about 1867. You could be good with that area. And right now we're at 1759. So we're doing pretty good. This is what we expected from the Dow Jones. And this week was a short week. So remember, that's probably why we have a lot of smaller candles. So that's the Dow Jones, aka the S fund. So now let's go into the F fund. That's the aggregate bond market. So the aggregate bond market is going to tell us something else. So if you look up here, we got a note. Look for a break of the trend, okay? We're looking for good volume, and if you look, the volume has been decreasing. So at this point, we said last week that we were going to wait and see. So if we get this wait and see out of the way, we now see that we are here at the actual trend line, and it looks like we are rejecting that on our weekly time frame. So if that is the case, that means we're most likely going to have another downward turn. So this could be the sign of the aggregate bond market, or our F fund, getting ready to go for a downturn. So if it does, we're looking for it to get to about the $90 range. Now, that's a good thing if you're saying, I want to get out of this now and move it to one of the other funds. Great. This could be a signal for you to do so. But at this time, it looks like we're going to most likely have a downturn or pullback because we are on decreasing volume. As we were going up in this bullish trend, our volume was very small. Well, not small. It was smaller. Then it got stronger. After that, it started pulling back some. And now we're at another smaller volume candle. And this is giving us where the action for this week, because it was a short week, it was all at the bottom part of this candle. So if that is the truth, this is maybe setting us up for a downtrend. And the way you want to look at it is, look, here's another candle, looks just like it. Here's another candle, looks almost exactly like it. Here's another candle. So you have a bunch of wick at the top of the candle and all the actions at the bottom. It may indicate that you have a reversal about to happen. So that is the F fund. So now let's go to our last one. And that is our EFA, and that's the International Fund. So the International Fund is going to be the last one. And if you notice, we're still on the bullish trend. Now, this one may be on track to go past this range, but we have to see. So the first thing we want to talk about is last week we said we were on a bullish trend, and that was great. This bullish trend has continued. Now, this one's different than the other ones. If you notice, this bullish trend does not have a wick. It is a straight bullish candle. And it's almost flat on both sides. It has a very small wick at the bottom of the candle, but that's okay. And it's pretty flat on the top. It has a very small wick on the top of the candle. This is a very bullish candle. So at this time, it looks like we're probably going to get to the top of our range, and that's going to be about $74.44. That can be your first price target to say, okay, if I'm in the international fund, I would like to think about moving out of it at this time because I'm at an area where it has rejected recently. And if you notice here and here, it did rejections. So let's just go based off what we see. If it goes past here, we could be happy, but you got to wait to see what happens when it gets to this line. You want to make sure that if you're in these funds and you are able to actually transfer money in and out at the right times, you're doing it at the right times. So here are areas where you should be thinking about it. So that was our coverage of the TSP funds. And later this week, I'm actually going to put out one more video, and it's going to be about this indicator here at the bottom. So this indicator is one that was made by myself, and it was something that I did because I have a problem thinking about pullbacks. So I made an indicator that helps me identify pullbacks. So that's what that indicator does. It is not available on TradingView. It's only available if I give you access to it. So if you're interested, email me or let me know. But there will be a video on it explaining on what it does. And if you're interested, contact me. So that was our breakdown of TSP funds for this week. This was Stock Shots. And of course, give us a like. If you got any comments, put them in the comment section. If you want me to break down any of your favorite stocks, of course, let me know. It'd be fun. And we could even do some charting together. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next week on Stock Shots.